What does it mean to see repeating numbers in your dreams or visions? God speaks in dreams. God speaks through visions. According to Job 33, verse 14 and 15. So we know that already. Numbers 12, verse 6 tells us that God speaks in dreams and he reveals himself. He makes himself known even in visions. Acts 2, verse 17 tells us that God indeed in the last days, he will speak and he will cause men to dream dreams. One thing about dreams is that dreams are not translated, but dreams are interpreted. According to Daniel 1 verse 17, the Bible speaks about a skill of dream interpretation. The word skill there is actually the word sakal, meaning supernatural intelligence to understand dreams. And Daniel had that skill. So allow me to talk about this issue that, or rather this mystery that people are experiencing almost every day, where people see repeating numbers in their dreams. 111, 222, 333, 444, 555. Remember, dreams are symbolic and are not translated, but are interpreted. What I want you to understand is that numbers, pay attention now, I've started. Numbers, they start from 0 to 9. From there, numbers are repeating themselves. Let me say that again. Numbers, they start from 0. From there, they go to 9. From 9 going forward, numbers are repeating themselves. We know what 0 is. 0 is a number of nothingness, right? We know number 1 is a number of God, right? Number of leadership, number of greatness. Number 2 is a number of balance, number of witness. How can two walk together unless they agree? Number 3 is a number of revival, number of Trinity, divine intervention. Number 4 is actually a number of good news. We know that. Number 5 is a number of grace, number of favor, number of mercy. We know that. Number 6 is the number of men. God created men on the 6th day, right? We know that. The Bible says in the book of Revelation, the number is the number of men. So we know that 6 is the number of men. Then we have number 7, which is the number of perfection, the number of completion, right? This is where you finish. And we have number 8, which is the new beginning, the number of new beginning, because when God completes with number 7, he has to start. Remember, in the book of Genesis, also 8, we have, in the book of Genesis, number 8, we have Noah, his wife, his 3 sons, and 3 daughters-in-law, and God started a new generation through these 8 people. Then we have number 9, which is the number of fruitfulness, right? The number of celebration. Most people love number 9 because it's a number that is connected to blessings, right? Joy, so to say. Then we have number 10, which is the number of responsibility, right? Number of management. Then we have number 11, which is the number of gates. In most cases, doors, open doors, spiritual gates. Then we have number 12, which is the number of the chosen, right? Remember, Jesus chose 12 disciples, 12 tribes of Israel. The book of Revelation speaks about the 12 gates that will be written, all that. So it's the number of the chosen. When Moses crossed the Red Sea, took 12 stones, is the number of the chosen. But when we then go to 13, which I go deeper into that when we are in the school and in my book and all of that, since we're not talking about that, I won't explain that. So now, numbers will end at 12 in, if most cases, when people dream, usually they will see 1 up to 12. But if it goes beyond, let's say you see 13, and you don't know what it means. Or let's say you see 16 and you don't know what it means. The best way to interpret, not to translate, don't translate dreams, interpret them, is to add the numbers. So you add 1 plus 6, which is, right, 16. So you say 1 plus 6, it will give you 7. And we know what 7 means, right? So if you see 2, 8, which is 28, you say 2 plus 8, then it will give you 10. And we know in this case what 10 means. If you see, let's say, 97, right? Then you have to, one way or the other, combine that. And when you combine that, it will definitely give you 16, right? 97, you say 9 plus 7, then it gives you 16. Then you say 1 plus 6, then it gives you 7. So it always has to go that way. That is interpretation, not translation, and right? And that is the revelation that God gave me. And everybody that I taught on that revelation, they experienced results. And because it's interpretation, not translation. Remember that. But then again, when you see repeating numbers, I had to start there so that my foundation is clear. And actually, I don't have time, hence I'm running fast here. I have another meeting. So let's go to repeating numbers. Numbers like 111, right? Everybody knows that 111 is a number of access, right? Everybody knows that. 111, you know how gates are. 111. So it's a number of access. So God is giving you access to certain things, whether it's a higher dimension, new job, whatever that is. You are gaining access. Then we have now numbers like 222, right? Which is a number of transformation. Number of transformation. Then we have 333. 333 has two sides in it, right? It is actually a number of supernatural help. Is a number of supernatural help. But at the very same time, 333 is a spiritual, it deals with spirituality. So there are two sides to it, right? So there is the diabolic side of it and there is the divine side of it. That's why witches, or rather spiritual wickedness, thrives, or they use the number 333. And then of course we have 444. As a matter of fact, I'm out of time, but I promise you, as you comment here to say, let's continue, Apostle, I will come back and continue this session.